How's it going? This is Hoiman, and today we're taking a look at the S.H.Figuarts Cure Aqua figure. So you have a nice window to see the figure inside, and there's nice patterning along as well. And in the box is a nice blue color scheme to go with the character. And then the window continues to the top, and on both sides you have the character's name, and then you have some legal stuff on the bottom. And then in the back you have some nice pictures of the figure, and it also advertises the other characters in this line. And then to open the box, just lift open the side flap and then lift open the front cover. And there's the figure all together with her accessories. So here's the actual figure, and this is actually one of the earliest figures in the line. So although this figure is over 10 years old now, the sculpt and joints do look a bit dated, but for the most part it still looks pretty nice and is an accurate representation of the character. So looking close at the face, I feel that they really captured the likeness of the character. Then the eyes are really nicely painted on. And then moving down to clothes, it's all very well sculpted and the paint is very clean for the most part. And then the ribbon itself is kind of a glossy finish, whereas the rest of the body is a matte finish. So for articulation, the neck is on a double ball joint, so she can look down about that much, look up that much, tilt her head side to side and also twist. And then the shoulder is on a ball joint, but it doesn't really move a whole lot around the torso. And because of the sculpt of her clothing, it really restricts her arm going outwards. So for most part, it's pretty much stuck in place. But she can move her arm forward, but because of the sculpt, it is at an angle. And that's the same going back as well. But she does have the bicep swivel, as well as a single jointed elbow. And then she's got ball jointed wrists. And then the torso, she has a double ball joint. So she can lean forward about that much, lean back that much, lean side to side as well as twist. And then the skirt pieces are kind of a softer material, and this piece is actually a floating piece. So it doesn't hinder the articulation too much. She does have the old style hip joints, so she can kick out to the side about that much. And then kick forward that much, but it is a bit restricting due to the skirt. Same for going back. She does have the thigh swivel as well as single jointed knees. And like I already mentioned, it does look a bit odd because the joints are a bit dated. She does have this ball jointed ankle, so you can go back that much, forward that much, tilt side to side and also twist. So for the most part, she has all the articulation you'd expect a Figuarts figure to have. But like I already said, because she's an older figure, a lot of her proportions and joints do look a bit dated. But that's the figure. Let's take a look at the accessories. So first up, she does have her hair. It's nicely sculpted. You can see all the strands, and then there is a hinge here, so you can just move it about like so. And this is probably one of my gripes with the figure, is that it's quite difficult to attach. You really have to push down like so, and I always fear that it might break. And then the second gripe is that once you have the hair on, it does weigh down her head a bit. So for most of the time, she kind of just looks up just because of the weight of the hair. So it would have been nice if they included a joint, like a permanent joint, so that her head can stay in place rather than just always look up. But that's just one of my gripes with it. And then for faces, she comes with a default smiling face. And then she also comes with this looking to the side, sort of stern face. And another gripe is that because she's an older figure, to change out the faces, you have to take out the hair and the whole head. And it can be a bit tedious and difficult, but for the most part it works. For hands, she comes with a pair of fists, 2 chopping hands, and also one hand to hold the sword. So here's the actual sword itself, and it's very nicely sculpted, lots of detail. And the handle fades from a white to a pink, and then the blade itself is a light blue to a darker blue. Looks pretty nice for the most part. And the blade itself is very flexible, so you don't have to worry about it breaking. So my final thoughts are, if you're a huge fan of this character or the show, then I highly recommend this figure. But like I already said, she is an older figure, so her joints and sculpt do look a bit dated. And with what I've mentioned about the hair, really weighing the hair down, it does kind of make it a bit tedious to pose her and stuff. But other than that, she's still a nice looking figure and is pretty nice representation of the character. That's my review. Thank you for watching and enjoy some pictures.